Normandy, France, July 1944. The night carried a strange silence too heavy to be natural. It wasn't peace. It was anticipation. The kind of silence that exists only before death comes running. Private Ethan Walker, 24 years old, 1st Infantry Division, U.S. Army, lay pressed against the cold earth inside a shallow trench. Gripping his rifle so tightly, his knuckles turned white. Sweat ran beneath his helmet, mixing with dirt and the metallic scent of fear. They had landed in Normandy weeks earlier. Since then, every village, every road, every hedgerow had demanded blood. The Germans were retreating, but never without a fight. Never without taking someone with them. That night, his mission looked simple on paper. Advance through an abandoned French village and secure the main road before dawn. Simple, direct, deadly. The platoon moved silently among the ruins. Burned houses, empty windows like dead eyes. A church with its bell shattered and hanging crooked, as if it had given up calling anyone at all. Ethan walked just behind his best friend, Michael Mick O'Connor, an Irish kid from Boston who talked too much when he was nervous and whistled softly when he thought he was about to die. When this is over, Mick whispered, "I'm opening a bar. No German music, just jazz." Ethan smiled but said nothing. They both knew promises made in war rarely survived the next morning. The first shot came from the left, then a second, then the world exploded. MG-42 machine guns tore through the air, a sound like cloth being ripped by hell itself. Dust filled the streets. Men fell before they even understood what was happening. Ambush. Someone screamed. Ethan dove behind a low stone wall as bullets shattered rock around him. Ahead, Mick collapsed, clutching his leg, screaming in pain. Mick, the sergeant, ordered an immediate withdrawal. The village was a trap of alleviated positions, overlapping fire, total German advantage. One by one, the soldiers pulled back, throwing smoke grenades, dragging the wounded. Ethan ran to Mick. "Come on," he shouted, trying to lift him. "I can't," Mick gasped. Blood soaked his uniform. "They hit me bad." A sniper round cracked past Ethan's head, burying itself in the wall behind him. "I'll come back with help," Ethan said, panicked. Mick grabbed his arm with surprising strength. "No, look at me. If you stay, you die with me. If you go, maybe someone lives. I'm not leaving you." Mick smiled weakly. "You already did. You just haven't accepted it yet." The sounds of retreat were fading. The platoon was gone. If Ethan stayed, he would be surrounded. "Listen," Mick whispered. "My mother, tell her I tried to come home." Ethan swallowed hard. "Shut up. We're getting out of here." Mick pulled something from his pocket and pressed it into Ethan's hand, a simple rosary. The beads worn smooth. "Take it, so I don't go alone." Another bullet snapped past closer this time. Ethan stood, tried once more to pull Mick free. It was useless. The leg was destroyed. Then he made the decision that would haunt him forever. He ran. He ran without looking back. The attack was a disaster. 14 men killed. 7 wounded. Mick was listed as killed in action. Ethan didn't speak that night, or the next. The rosary stayed clenched in his fist, as if letting go meant admitting what he had done. 2 days later, a German patrol was captured near the village. A French soldier serving as interpreter brought unexpected news. They say, "There's an American, alive, wounded prisoner." In the village, Ethan's heart nearly stopped. Where in the church, command refused to risk it. The village was still contested. The advance had priority. Ethan heard the decision and said nothing. That night, he packed his gear, 1 rifle, 2 grenades, a canteen, the rosary, and he went alone. The village felt even more dead under the moonlight. Ethan moved like a ghost, breathing slow, avoiding the wrong shadows. Distant artillery cracked on the horizon. He reached the church. The door was ajar. Inside, makeshift candles cast trembling light. German and French bodies lay scattered across the floor. And there near the shattered altar, Mick, bound, pale, alive. Ethan's legs nearly gave out. "You're a terrible runner," Mick whispered when he saw him. Ethan almost laughed, almost cried. "I came back," Ethan said. A metallic click echoed behind him. "Nicht Pugen." A German officer stepped from the shadows, pistol aimed at Ethan's head. 2 soldiers stood behind him. "Interesting," the officer said in accented English. 2 Americans for the price of 1. Ethan slowly raised his hands. Mick closed his eyes. "I'm sorry," he whispered. The officer stepped closer, studying Ethan. "Why did you return?" he asked. "Your army already left you behind." Ethan thought about lying, about begging, about attacking. Instead, he told the truth. "Because I was wrong." The officer stared at him for a long moment. Then he laughed. "Honor. Always honor. He gestured. A soldier raised his rifle. At that instant, the church shook. An explosion. A grenade. Shouting. Smoke. Chaos. Ethan lunged at the officer, knocking the pistol away. Mick, wounded but desperate, dragged one of the soldiers to the floor. Gunfire echoed. Glass shattered. The altar collapsed. Ethan grabbed the fallen weapon and fired. Once, twice. Silence. When the smoke cleared, the Germans were dead. Ethan dropped to his knees, shaking. "Still want to open that bar?" he asked, breathless. Mick smiled. "Only if you're my partner." The evacuation was slow, painful, but both men reached American lines before dawn. Mick survived. He lost his leg but kept his life. The war went on. Months later, it ended. Ethan returned home carrying invisible scars. Mick opened the bar. He called it the last one. On the wall hung a rosary, not as a symbol of faith, but of a broken promise, and one finally kept.